What's up?
Hello.
Hello, governors. Hello, dumpsters.
I apologize for being absolutely insufferable.
Wait, where did that come from?
Sorry. I just felt really annoying.
Do you mean right now, or do you mean in
right
general?
Now, in general.
Do you want to turn your mic down a little bit? I think they're just a bit too loud.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. I feel like we're still just clipping it. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. We always sound like shit. Every time I try to get our audio levels right, I listen back to the episode and it sounds
least
horrific.
Professional podcast.
Yeah! Nah, I bet there's like some worse one out there. But anyway, maybe not. Welcome back to the pod, y'all. The Pog Pod. Welcome back to the Pog Pod. You cannot be snorting like that. That's actually vile. Guys, we want to ask you something.
Piggy.
We literally just recorded an episode like a few days ago. We're so on top of things, which is crazy. Anyway, we want to ask y'all something. Annie recently saw a TikTok. Would you like to explain it?
Yes.
Because I want people's opinions on this too.
So the basic gist of the TikTok was this girl was talking about some rom-com. She wouldn't name the rom-com. But she was like, I never hear anyone talking about this, but the female lead of this rom-com just sucks. She's a bad person. She's annoying. She's aloof. She doesn't even, like, really seem to like the dude. I don't know why he likes her, blah, blah, blah. She was just going on and on. But she was like, I'll tell you what rom-com I'm talking about in a couple days. And when I saw it, it was posted, like, 3 hours ago. And I was like, fuck you.
We've talked about this on our pet peeves, but I hate when people do needless part twos. Hate it.
But then she left, the viewers to deliberate in the comments about what they thought
and
it might be that she was talking about.
There are a lot, honestly, of a lot of rom-coms where the couples in the romantic comedy are just, like, honestly kind of a toxic couple. Like, The Notebook is an example I see people talk about a lot where, like, realistically, their relationship's, like, not great. Like,
any rom-com that starts with enemies to lovers, like, I love it as a trope, but in real life
it's kind of That's
not smart.
In real life it's a little bit of a red flag, but also, like, I don't know, their whole first date, she was like, no, I don't want to go out with you, no, and then he was like, please, I'll kill myself on this Ferris wheel if you don't go out with me, and then she was like, fine, and then, like, after they broke up and she found, like, a super nice guy to marry, she, like, cheated on him because she likes fighting with Noah more, which is weird. Anyway, I love that movie, though, is the thing.
Once, actually.
I actually love The Notebook, but realistically, like, if I knew that couple in real life, I would be like, you guys should not be together. But
have you listened to The Notebook musical?
There's a Notebook musical?
Yeah, it's kind of a slay, actually.
Oh, no, I have not. Was it, like, a Broadway thing, or, like, oh. Anyway, so we're curious, like, what couples from rom-coms do you guys think are a little toxic? The people in the comments of this particular TikTok seemed confused and had a lot of bad examples, but...
Yeah, one of the examples I saw multiple people comment about, but to be fair, there were multiple replies to those comments being like, you are stupid. But no, multiple people mentioned 500 Days of Summer, and I was like, you are so very dumb.
Did
you watch that movie?
Do you have any ounce of media literacy at all?
It's not a rom-com, and we know that these two people are not well-suited to each other. That's why they don't end up together.
They literally are not meant for each other. Like, they end up with other people. Summer's kind of a red flag the whole time. Very afraid of commitment.
They both suck.
Like, that's kind of the point.
Her to commit anyway, even though she says multiple times that she doesn't want to commit.
Yeah. So I'm like,
they're not meant for each other.
Just
that's
weird.
The point.
Anyway, we were discussing this before we started recording, and I was like, I feel like we should talk about this on the podcast because this is something maybe other people would see too.
And then I also talked about how much I despise Love Actually. I hate that movie. So
yeah, we're not Love Actually fans. Sorry, guys. Sorry, because we know it's like a classic and so many people love it, but personally, it's not for us. I wouldn't necessarily say I despise it, but I don't have any desire to watch it ever again.
Hold on.
Anyway, so last time we recorded an episode, we had some guests on, which was kind of fun. We've never had other people record with us before. We've talked about Kendall and Bree plenty of times, but you guys got to hear from them. Sorry that it was literally just a chaotic nightmare. Turns out trying to have 4 people record at once. So bad. Especially when, like, most of the people involved have ADHD, if not all of them. So, it was something. But I thought it was still fun. Today, we do have an actual plan for the episode. We promised you last time we would legitimately plan something. We did. Annie's not talking because she is distracted. But
I'm texting Kendall back. She asked if Nathan has a Korean name, and I told her his Korean name.
It's Uyong. Why?
She was just curious.
Oh, Jin Uyong. Anyways, so we did a fan fiction episode before, if you guys remember.
Everyone knows Nathan's full name now.
Well, that's fine. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Nathan. But you can go stalk him on Instagram if you want to. He's really hot.
Yeah, his handle's just his full name, I think.
Yeah, it is. So is mine. So, I keep losing my train of thought. Stop talking.
I wasn't even listening to you.
I'm telling them what we're doing for this episode. So, we did a fan fiction episode before, and you guys really liked that one. I think that was one of our most popular episodes. I personally think it was one of our funniest. It was when I wrote a fan fiction, and then I also found a fan fiction online, and I had Annie read them and guess which one she thought I wrote. This time, we're going to do something a little different. We have one fan fiction from the internet, from like Wattpad, and we have another one that was written by AI, and we both know like which one is which, but we're going to have the viewers guess. So you guys have to actually interact with us. You can't just ignore us. You have to comment.
I also don't think it's going to be hard, but...
No, it won't be hard.
Still guess.
I'm sure it won't be hard. Usually it's pretty easy to tell, like, AI writing, I think. But,
yeah.
I don't know. And
also, if there's, like, a single typo, you know it's not AI.
Try to, for the sake of trying to trick the dumpsters, if there's a typo, try not to read it.
Okay.
I know we did before. We were like, read all the typos, read all the, like, mistakes, whatever. But this time we're going to try to make them sound... Because, like, ChatGPT won't have typos and bad grammar and stuff, so.
Or whoever reads the ChatGPT one can insert some typos.
Sure. Well, I think, like, whichever one of us does read it probably will stumble over our words anyway. So it'll sound like typos. Okay, because we haven't read these in full yet, so sorry if they're awful. We made that mistake with our... Well, we did a fan fiction episode very early on where we just read fan fictions that we found, like ridiculous ones. Our mistake was we had not read all the way through them, and a lot of them ended up being either way longer than we expected. The Willem Dafoe one was insane,
or batshit crazy,
or they were just like boring, and we were like, sorry guys, I guess this wasn't like a good. Like I read a Justin Bieber one, I think that was like, All right, but
and there was that like Biden and Trump and Jesus one that was just horrifying. Like that was such a nightmare.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that one was really long too. We ended up skipping. I think Obama was in it.
Yeah, we didn't finish that one.
Anyway. Anyway, so unless you have something else you want to share or talk about from your week, we can get going on reading.
Realistic strawberry on your home screen.
It doesn't look realistic when you pull up the whole image. When it's small, for some reason, it looks more detailed. Detail. Sorry. I was going to change those anyway, because a lot of them have just, like, not saved the image that I put as the strawberry.
That's awesome.
Oh, sorry. She's looking at my desktop screen, by the way. Context. For all of our audio... Do we still have echo on?
Bitch.
Oh, okay, no.
I don't. We're good. You were listening to
I was. I forgot. Anyway, no, Annie was... For all of our audio listeners, Annie was looking at my desktop screen on my laptop, and she noticed my... I've changed all the icons for all of the things on my laptop to be like strawberry icons. So she was pointing out one of them that she particularly hates. So that's what we were talking about, just to give you guys some context there. Anyways, should we get going? Should we read some stories, do you think? Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I zoned out a little bit. You start.
Me start? Me start.
You
Me
say
start.
me start?
Yes, me start.
I didn't even say Dan. I said, you say me start?
You say me start? Me say me start.
What did Misa say?
What did Misa say? Oh, we sound like, Jar Jar Binks. What did Misa saying? All right. Also, we forgot to say, you have not been talking at all. Tell them who our fan fictions are about.
Oh, they're both about Charlie and Carlisle from Twilight.
Yes.
Speaking of Twilight, oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys this. Oh, maybe we'll share this picture to the Instagram later.
Yeah.
But my dad has a tendency to like his Google will like show him old pictures like from like this many years ago on this day you were doing blah blah blah, right? And sometimes he'll like send me those pictures if I'm in them, like pictures of me as a little kid.
Wait, can I say that happened to me the other day. I got a 10 years ago today of me and Mia going to the premiere of The Fault in Our Stars.
Slay.
It was so cute. I was like, oh my god. That we went for my birthday because it came out like 2 days before my birthday or something.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But no, my dad sends me this picture of the two of us just like crouching down on a beach. And I thought it was like the cutest picture ever. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this picture. So I set it as my home screen and then I like moved on. And later that day I showed him that I set it as my home screen. And he was like, oh yeah, that's us on the beach from Twilight in Forks, Washington.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck? It was us on La Push.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that makes it even better. I'm never changing my lock screen.
I didn't realize until that like moment that you didn't remember when we visited Forks.
No, I was too young.
Yeah.
I mean, how old do I look in this picture?
Oh man,
really young. Like,
you were like 5.
Yeah,
I think maybe. Well,
I mean, if we still lived in Washington,
no, 5 would have been 2008. When did the movie come out? Because it was after the first movie had come out, I think.
So I was maybe like 6.
Yeah, so you were like 6, I was
Either
like
way,
11.
I was young. I don't remember doing that at
And
all.
Audrey
I didn't
was like,
care about Twilight when
And
I
Audrey was
6.
like 16, which like is perfect Twilight age, right?
It was for Audrey mostly that we did it.
Yeah. But I do remember it, and I kind of forgot that Annie was like too young to have remembered that. So we should go back sometime.
I was just gonna say we have to go back.
We should go visit Forks. That would be
super fun. We were supposed to go back to Washington in 2020, but obviously didn't because it was 2020. So.
Yeah. Low-key, fuck 2020.
Low-key, fuck 2020, bro.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, they're about.
Anyways, I just needed to share that.
If you're not super familiar with Twilight, I'm sure you know who Edward and Bella are, right? Mm-hmm. So Carlisle and actually, this is really weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, Carlisle is Edward's sort of like adopted father, the one that turned him into a vampire, and Carlisle is also like a vampire, obviously. And then Charlie is Bella's dad. So that's who this fan fiction is about. It's about.
But also, if you didn't know that already, fuck you. Go watch.
It's
Twilight,
about Edward's kind of dad, but not really dad, and Bella's dad is who it's a fan fiction between. So I'll go first. I'll read the one that I found. Or yeah. Okay. I get like nervous to read things that I haven't read before because I am so bad. If I haven't like read through it first, I will stumble over all my words. So I apologize in advance. All right. In the shadowed streets of a small town nestled among ancient forests, the moon cast its pale glow over the sleepy houses and silent roads. Here, secrets lingered like whispers in the night, and mysteries danced in the darkness. Among these mysteries was Carlisle, a vampire of striking elegance, whose existence spanned centuries, yet whose heart had remained untouched by the passage of time.
Poetic as fuck, okay.
Carlisle wandered the streets, his eyes glinting with an otherworldly allure, his steps silently, what the fuck am I saying? His steps silent as the whispers of ghosts. He had watched civilizations rise and fall, witnessed the ebb and flow of humanity, yet in all his years he had never encountered a soul that stirred his own as deeply as the rugged police chief, Charlie.
My God.
I know, like I'm
too hard.
I'm like into this. I'm like, oh. Charlie, with his gruff exterior and a mustache that seemed to defy the laws of physics, patrolled the streets with a sense of duty that matched Carlisle's own sense of solitude. Their paths crossed one fateful night when Carlisle found himself drawn to the scene of a crime where Charlie stood, a beacon of authority in the darkness. I just want to say, reading this, Carlisle and Charlie's names look too similar written. Yeah, I almost keep mixing up their names as I'm speaking, and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, their eyes met, and in that instant, the world seemed to stand still. Carlisle felt a spark igniting within him, a longing he had thought long extinguished. And Charlie, for his part, felt a warmth spreading through him, thawing the icy walls he had built around his heart. I know. I'm like blushing.
Oh my God.
Okay. Their love bloomed like a forbidden flower in the moonlight. Each stolen glance, each fleeting touch, a testament to the depths of their passion. But theirs was a love fraught with peril, for Carlisle's nature was a secret that could never be revealed. Not in a world where fear and prejudice held sway. So true. Edward had that same problem.
Yeah.
I mean, Bella couldn't know he was a vampire.
Yeah, so true.
Anyway, yet, can I just say, it is actually so sad that Charlie never gets to know the truth about...
I know, he marries, or he gets with what's her name, Seth and Leah's mom.
The wolf chick, right? Yeah.
But, apparently he's still not even allowed to know.
Yeah, and Renesmee just, grows...
He's got stepkids who were werewolves, and Renesmee and vampire daughter, and he's just...
He never gets to know.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, that's so sad for him. Anyway,
depressing.
Yet, despite the dangers that lurked in the shadows, they dared to love openly.
Thing is, he definitely knew too much. If the Volturi even knew how much he did know, they'd probably still kill him. So might as well just tell him.
He already knows too much, so you might as well tell him the rest.
Headcanon, they told him eventually.
Yeah. Okay, anyways.
Sorry.
At least, on his deathbed, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Yet, despite the dangers that lurked in the shadows, they dared to love openly, defiantly, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. But as whispers of their romance echoed through the town, so too did the whispers of those who would see them torn apart. What?
Oh my god.
Caught in the crosshairs of suspicion and hatred, Carlisle and Charlie found themselves facing a foe more formidable than any they had encountered before. But together they stood strong, their love a beacon of hope in the face of darkness. Wait, what's pulling them apart, though? That's not very specific.
I don't...
Okay. Thanks for giving us nothing. Giving us so much, but somehow giving us nothing at the same time. In the end, it was not the fangs of vampires or the badge of authority that defined them, but the depth of their love, a love that transcended time, space, and even death itself. And as they stood side by side, facing an uncertain future, they knew that as long as they had each other, they could weather any storm, conquer any foe, and defy the very forces of destiny itself.
Okay.
Damn, I need a part 2.
Low-key, beautiful prose, but... not much of a story.
Yeah, it was described so beautifully, but, it kept saying they had, these, what do you call it when a hero has things in its way? All these trials. But it was so non-specific about what those trials were. Anyway, part 2. As the whispers of their love spread through the town, so too did the whispers of dissent. Whoa, I lost my place. Sorry, 1 second. In the shadows, unseen eyes watched, plotting and scheming to tear apart Carlisle and Charlie.
You just read Carlisle as Charlisle.
Yeah. We could just call them Charlisle. That's their ship name anyway.
You just call both of them Charlisle.
Yeah, Charlisle and Built.
Carlisle and
Okay, now it's getting more detailed about what the things are. People in the town are trying to tear them apart. So, okay, now we're getting the good stuff in the part 2. Among those who harbored malice was a coven of vampires, envious of Carlisle's affection for a mortal and determined to extinguish the light of their love. Okay, so the vampires are basically you can't be with a human. You know what I'm saying?
Valid, honestly.
Led by a vampire named Victoria, whose beauty masked a heart as cold as ice. The coven descended upon the town like a shadowy plague, spreading fear and chaos in their wake. Is this meant to be the Volturi, maybe?
Well, Victoria's not a Volturi.
No, but it's a fanfiction, so she can be.
Maybe.
Where was I? Oh, spreading fear and chaos in their wake. They sought to drive a wedge between...
I shaved my leg.
Oh, I shaved your leg? One leg?
Legs. I said legs.
Sounded like you just said leg. Okay, anyway, but Carlisle and Charlie refused to yield, their love a shield against the darkness that threatened to consume them. Together they faced the onslaught of their enemies, their bond growing stronger with each battle fought, each obstacle overcome. I want details about these battles. What happened in these battles? In the heart of the storm, Carlisle made a sacrifice, that would change their lives forever. He offered himself as bait to lure Victoria and her coven into a trap, knowing full well the risks he faced. But Charlie, unwilling to let go of the love that had become the very essence of his being, refused to let Carlisle face the danger alone. This sounds very much like Edward and Bella, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is the same. This
is reusing.
They're just Carlisle's just the same character as Edward, and Bella's just the same character as Charlie, but whatever.
Much.
Anyway.
Not very creative.
With hearts intertwined and courage as their armor. It's starting to get, it's too dramatic. It's okay, this is just cheesy now. They confronted Victoria and her minions in a final epic showdown. The streets echoed with the clash of steel and the roar of battle. Oh, this is like... like swords?
I guess. It's like medieval fighting.
Yeah. As vampires and mortals alike fought side by side against a common enemy. Is Carlisle the common enemy? Are vampires and mortals both just against Carlisle and Charlie being together? In the end, it was not the strength of their swords. Okay, legit, they do have swords. Or the power of their magic? I guess vampires are kind of magic, yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah. They have, like, special powers, that's true. Carlisle I just usually don't call it magic.
No,
doesn't Carlisle have, like, an ungodly, like, resistance when it comes to blood or whatever?
He just has a lot of practice.
Oh, well, whatever then. I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't their swords or their magic that ensured victory, but the depth of their love. A love that blazed like a beacon in the darkest of nights, with Victoria defeated and her coven scattered to the winds. Carlisle and Charlie emerged victorious, their love triumphant against all odds. I don't know. It doesn't explain how.
They won against this giant group of other vampires and humans.
And also humans.
Who fucking knows how.
Yeah, I wish there were werewolves in this, too. I wish they had come into play. As the sun rose over the horizon, casting its golden light upon the town, Carlisle and Charlie stood together, their hands clasped tight, their hearts filled with hope for a future brighter than they had ever dared to dream. For in each other's arms, they had found a love that was eternal, a love that would guide them. Well, it's not eternal unless he turns Charlie into a vampire. Because Charlie will die.
He probably will.
A love that would guide them through the trials and tribulations yet to come. A love that would endure for all time. The end.
Wow.
That was kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
That was, it was interesting. It was something.
Okay, hold on. Mute your mic for a second. I want to say something to you.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Or just pause for a second.
Wait. No, there's a way to, yeah, wait, we can pause. We can pause. Okay, sorry guys. We had to pause for a second because we realized that we made a mistake with the fan fictions. So we had to fix something really quick, but now. We're good.
Okay.
Annie's reading this one. This one is, again, it's about Charlie and Carlisle, so. Hold on. Take it away, Ernie.
Take it away.
Can you hand me my Red Bull? It's gonna be a bumpy ride. What if I pranked you one time, and when we recorded our podcast, I just left your mic on echo, and you just never noticed?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be so funny.
My name's Charlie. My name is not Charlie. My name's Charlie, and I've seen my fair share of peculiar things in my time, but nothing quite like the day I first laid eyes on Carlisle. Carlisle was a doctor, a newcomer to our town, with a presence that seemed to command the very air around him. All these people are poetic as fuck. What the hell?
People or AI, we don't know.
We don't know. Tall, with eyes as deep as the ocean and a smile that could melt the coldest heart. He exuded a sense of calm and confidence that drew people to him like moths to a flame.
That's actually so true about Charlie. He is, like, calm and confident.
We're talking about Carlisle.
Oh. Girl, I wasn't listening.
I'm Charlie. Charlie.
Right.
Speaking.
Oh, you're Charlie. Why did I think it was from Carlisle's perspective?
I don't know. But that's kind of the point, is that, vampires draw you in. Anyway.
Yes, that is. Well, yeah.
So
I mean, obviously,
about Carlisle.
The writer knew that. Or the AI knew that. I'm going to do that the whole time.
Full of misdirection.
Sorry, I'll stop interrupting you. Keep going.
From the moment our paths crossed, I felt something stir within me, a warmth spreading through my chest like a wildfire. I tried to ignore it, to chalk it up to nothing more than admiration for a fellow professional. But deep down, I knew there was something more.
I'm gay.
As we worked together to solve a series of mysterious deaths plaguing our town, I found myself drawn to Carlisle in ways I couldn't explain. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, okay, can I pause for a second? Are we going to reveal at the end of this episode? Or, like, are we going to be like, make your votes, comment now, but then, like, tell them at the end? Or are we going to reveal, like, next time or, like, on our Instagram or something?
Next time.
But I want to make comments about it right now.
Well, do whatever you want.
Okay, well, keep talking. Keep going.
We can pause again and discuss.
Okay.
His intelligence, his compassion, his unwavering dedication to helping others, It was also intoxicating.
Oh my gosh, on the phone the other day, Kendall was talking to
Thank you for coming.
Okay, wait. Can we pause the reading because I want to tell some stories. Okay, we have some work stories that are like totally unrelated to these fan fictions, but the other day I answered the phone at work and I don't know what came over me, but I like totally messed up my words. And then I usually start by saying like thank you for calling Massage Envy and Orem, but instead of saying thank you for calling, I said thank you for coming. But I didn't even get the whole word out. I said like thank you for coming. And then I just stayed silent because I didn't even know what to say. And the person was like, hello? And I hung up. I just was like, and I hung up. I couldn't do it. So the person literally just heard, thank you for come. Click. That's it.
Thank you for come.
It's horrible. But also, no, when you said, what did you say? Like, what was the word you just read? That you messed up.
Intoxicating.
Oh, you said intoxicating. That was Alexa. I don't know if you could hear that, but no, the other day at work, I was talking to Kendall. We were talking about you. It was the time that we were texting you, and you were like, why do you always single me out for being the most gay one?
Oh, yeah.
And we were like talking about it, and so we had gay on the brain. And she was talking to someone. I don't remember if it was on the phone or if it was in person. But she was like, have a nice day. But she said, have a nice gay day.
Gay on the brain.
And I was like, no way, you just said have a nice gay. It was so fucking funny. Anyway.
It was also intoxicating. So irresistible. Sorry. But just as our bond began to deepen, a new threat emerged. One that would test the very limits of our love. Werewolves, ancient enemies of Carlisle's kind.
Oh.
I read that in a weird tone. Ancient enemies of Carlisle's kind descended upon our town with fury in
Ancient
their hearts.
Enemies of Carlisle's kind.
Shut the fuck up. Determined to eradicate the vampires once and for all. Caught in the crossfire of a centuries-old feud, Carlisle and I fought side by side, our love a beacon of hope in the darkness that threatened to consume us. Wow.
Wait, didn't the other fanfiction use that exact same phrase?
I think so.
A beacon of hope in the darkness? Fucking hell. All right.
But as the battle raged on, I couldn't shake the feeling of dread that gnawed at my soul.
Why is there a battle again?
I don't know. They always fighting.
At least there's werewolves this time.
I knew that if we were to have any hope of surviving, I would have to confront the truth of Carlisle's nature, to accept him for who he truly was, a vampire. Yes.
Say it.
Yes, but also the man I had come to love with all my heart. Oh my God. And so, as the dust settled and the dawn began to break, I stood before Carlisle, my heart laid bare, my love unspoken yet undeniable. In that moment, I knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, as long as we were together, we could face them head on. As partners, as equals, as lovers bound by a love that was stronger than any curse, any creature, any force in this world.
Oh my God.
Or the next.
How come Carlisle fanfictions are so intense?
Insanely intense.
Fanfiction writers are so, like, not all fanfictions, a lot of them are very just, like, dumb, stupid fluff, right? But, a lot of... Apparently, Carlisle fans are so dramatic and very intense. Yeah. So, that's something we learned today. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, hold on. It's loading the next page.
Okay.
My phone's being slow. Okay. Okay. As the dust settled and the town began to heal from the wounds inflicted by the werewolf attack... Okay, the battle's over, I guess. It's just done. What are you doing?
ASMR.
Scratching the microphone.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Thanks for giving us nothing, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't...
The battle with the werewolves.
That battle.
It's like, you know when they do that, like, writing, like, and it was all a dream. They're like, part 2, after the end of the war.
Twilight literally did, and it was all a dream anyway, so...
Oh, my gosh. In the movie.
Spoiler.
No, the thing is, like, I don't know how they wrote that in the book. I haven't read Breaking Dawn. It's the only book I haven't read. And
The only book in the world you haven't read?
It's the only book in the world.
Insane one to leave for last.
It's the only book in the world. Oh. I've just never read any books. Any book, because there's only one. I've never read the book. The good book. Breaking Dawn.
Breaking Dawn is my Bible.
Might as well be. I need to read it. Okay, I guess it's not the only Twilight book I haven't read because I started Midnight Sun and I never finished it.
This fanfic?
Yeah, you're not that far. You're not. There's not much left.
I'm only like halfway through. Okay.
No. You're a little more than. Aren't you in part 2 now?
I'm like one paragraph into part 2.
So you're a little more than halfway. If you go, keep read.
I have to start over.
No, you don't. Just keep going.
As the dust settled and the town began to heal from... I was halfway through the first paragraph.
Okay, fine.
As the dust settled and the town began to heal from the wounds inflicted by the werewolf attack, Carlisle and I found ourselves facing a new reality. One where our love was no longer a secret, but a beacon of hope for our community. Why do they keep talking about beacons of hope?
I have no idea.
But even as we celebrated our victory, shadows loomed on the horizon. Reminders of the dangers that still lurked in the darkness.
Is that like a thing? A beacon of hope? Is that like some reference?
I don't know.
Because it keeps coming up.
Maybe. Or maybe ChatGPT searched the internet and found the one other Carlisle fanfic and just copied from it.
And so the one that we found, that we wrote with ChatGPT sounds exactly like the one that we found on Wattpad.
That's all I can find.
They're like, okay, I was like, write me a Carlisle fanfiction. It's like, I found one, so I'm just going to copy that.
We didn't find a lot of options.
There weren't very many, it's true. So honestly, if they did take it from Wattpad, it wouldn't be surprising that they stole a lot of the same lines.
The werewolves may have been driven back for now, but they were not defeated, and I knew that they would return, their thirst for vengeance as fierce as ever. Despite the looming threat, Carlisle and I refused to let fear dictate our lives. Cute. We continued to work together, side by side, fighting for justice and protecting those who could not protect themselves. And with each passing day, our love grew stronger, a bond forged in the fires of adversity, unbreakable and eternal. Dramatic as
You know what is something that ChatGPT and fanfiction writers have in common? They're very descriptive, but terrible at plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's like no real plot. It's just a lot of adjectives.
Kind of, yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
But just as we began to dare hope for a future together, tragedy struck. A string of brutal murders rocked our town, each victim drained of blood with surgical precision. As panic spread like wildfire, suspicion fell on Carlisle, his vampire nature making him an easy target for those looking for someone to blame. Does everyone know that he's a vampire then?
Well, I don't know. But like, surgical precision...
He is a doctor.
And like in Twilight, actually, when a bunch of people keep dying and they think it's like animal attacks, it is actually vampires. So it's kind of taking something from actual Twilight. Yeah. So I get it. I get it. I see where they're going. Well, yeah, I know, but I see where they're going with it.
Determined to clear his name and bring the true culprit to justice.
Wait, who's the true culprit?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Carlisle threw himself. Well, maybe we'll find out.
It's like Edward.
Or maybe we won't. Carlisle threw himself into the investigation with a fierce determination that left me in awe. But as we delved deeper into the mystery, we uncovered secrets darker than either of us could have imagined. Betrayal, deceit, and treachery lurked around every corner, threatening to tear us apart. And at the heart of it all stood a figure from Carlisle's past, a vampire with a vendetta, hell-bent on destroying everything Carlisle held dear. As the danger escalated and the stakes grew higher, I knew that I would do whatever it took to protect the man I loved, even if it meant sacrificing everything I held dear.
What? It's repetitive. Didn't it just say... Yeah, okay.
Everything Carlisle held dear. Everything I held dear.
Okay.
Wow.
Perfect. Really good writing.
Carlisle's arms... I love fanfiction. I had found my home, my sanctuary, my reason to fight. Together we faced the darkness head on. What?
I swear if it says
I love a beacon of light.
Motherfucker.
I love a beacon of light in the shadowy depths of despair.
I swear they've said that same line like 4 times.
And as we stood side by side, ready to confront whatever horrors awaited us, I knew that as long as we were together, we could overcome anything.
Okay,
even the darkest of nights.
They've said that same thing so many times.
Yeah.
How? I was interested in the vampire that had like a vengeance against Carl. Who is it?
Expand!
But there's no more.
Suck at writing.
There's no more fanfiction, so we'll never know, I guess.
Yeah, that was
They never finished. Or ChatGPT didn't write a part 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thoughts on the fanfictions?
Thought daughter.
Gay son.
Thought daughter.
Gay
For
son.
audio listeners, I pointed to my head and I said thought daughter, like thoughts.
Thinking daughter.
thinking. Like that.
Or just cheery son. Just
Yeah.
gaily.
Thinking daughter, happy son.
Thoughtful daughter or happy son? Both?
Well, that's the thing about thought daughter and gay son. I'm like, I don't care.
I think I'd pick gay.
I'd pick gay son.
I'd pick gay son.
I'd rather not have like a promiscuous daughter.
Well, like, I don't mind.
Maybe don't sleep around.
Well, here's the thing. I don't mind having a sex positive daughter, but there are
dangers.
There are dangers. There are STIs. There are teen
smart.
pregnancies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there are dangers with that.
But there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with being gay.
The only bad thing about a gay son is that it's a man.
The only thing about a gay son is that it's a son.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a lesbian daughter.
Yeah, lesbian daughter.
Thought son? Oh, yeah, like Playboy son or lesbian daughter.
That one is very.
That's so easy.
Lesbian daughter over any other kind of daughter.
Well, it's sometimes
like
like
I take like bisexual daughter.
Gay son is like, it's just a son. Like, it's just a gay. Like, what do you mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, how did we? I said thoughts on the fanfiction, and you said thought daughter.
And then we started thought daughter gay son discourse.
Dude, I love those like dumb internet like. That's my phone.
I know.
Oh, I need to take my birth control.
Take your birth control.
Because I'm a thought daughter.
Thought daughter. Thought sister.
And you're a gay son.
Thought sister or gay brother.
Leon. Hey, does Nathan have a Korean? Oh, hate. Oh, this is funny. In our group chat with Kendall and Bree, we all have like really stupid names for each other in our phones with like a lot of friends. You know, like a lot of friends have just like dumb contact names, right? Yeah. But we often in our group chat tag each other in particular like messages that are directed at them. But since we're tagging each other with the like names that we have, when Kendall tags me, she calls me hate. And when Bree tags me, she calls me Norman. When Kendall tags Annie, she either calls her big or bitch.
Or tit.
Or tit. Yeah. When Bree what's Bree's name for you? Oh, little guy.
Oh, yeah.
So she just tags you as like guy, I think, isn't it?
I think she says little guy.
Little guy, yeah.
Bree tags people the least, I think.
Yeah, she does. But when she says Norman, I think it's funny every time.
Yeah.
When I tag Kendall, I also say hate. We tag each other as hate. When I tag Bree, it's holy shit.
Are you going to say what the full names are?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I will. But when I tag Annie, it's Porco.
Yeah.
And you don't tag me because you can't.
No,
you need to edit my name's too long, so I had to edit Annie's name so that I could tag her.
But when I tag Kendall, it's Kindle, as in like Kindle Fire. And when I tag Bree, it's Gruyere.
I thought her name was Kindle
like
Paperwhite.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so why'd you say like Kindle Fire? You could have said like Kindle Paperwhite. That's
like Kindle Fire is more well known than
sure, I
Kindle
guess so.
Paperwhite.
Gruyere like cheese, because Brie is also a type of cheese. Yeah. Brie's name in my phone is Bui. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And Kendall's name in my phone is Kendall, and in parentheses, hate.
I thought it's Kendall who I hate.
No, that was so annoying because every time I would type the word I, it wanted to tag Kendall. And I say I way too frequently. I was like, no, I can't do this.
That's fine. Just Kendall, hate.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Anyway.
Just because you want to keep tagging her as hate.
Yeah. And Porco's, we've been over that. We had a whole episode about what our names for each other in our phones are. I just called you Porco, I realized. And Porco, her name.
Porco.
I can tag you as Beans, too.
Me Porco.
Let's see. I'll type Beans right now, and I'll tag, Beans. Oh, wait, no, Beans. Oh, there you are. No, because Kendall asked me
Kendall should be Beans.
If Nathan has a Korean name, and he does. But anyways, so I want to reveal. Can you go back to the...
get it?
What'd you say?
I said Kendall should be Beans.
Kendall Beans? I don't get it.
Remember what she said the other day?
Oh, about flicking her bean?
She wasn't flicking her bean.
She was talking
about her little bean. Okay. She said, my little bean can't handle it.
Okay, never mind. Moving on.
Sorry, Kendall.
How many minutes are we at?
39.
All right. Let's reveal. Let's discuss, because I have some things I want to talk about.
Okay.
So here's the big reveal.
We're liars.
You get to reveal.
They were both AI.
Yeah, they were both ChatGPT.
I think it was kind of obvious because they were written so incredibly similarly to each other.
They were, but okay, here's the thing that I found really interesting multiple times while we were reading. The prompts that I gave ChatGPT, the first one I said, write a dramatic gay love story between a vampire named Carlisle and a police chief named Charlie. it incorporated things from Twilight. It knew I was talking about the Twilight characters.
It was not hard for it to figure
which
out,
was so like weird to me. I was like, oh, like it.
I think it makes sense. It's not
it does
surprising
make
to
sense,
me.
but like
I figured it would figure
I don't know.
it out.
AI just like always keeps surprising me. I was like, oh my god, like it had like the vampire named Victoria and like her coven of vampires and like, and then same in the second one with the prompt I gave it. I still didn't mention anything about Twilight, but it was saying like people were dying and it was like surprising who was it, and it was a vampire and like, and I was like, that's literally from Twilight. And like even the town that it described sounded like Forks, Washington, and like I never gave it like a setting, which I thought was cool. But yeah, anyway, sorry guys, we're liars. Did you get it right? If I'm guessing,
I probably did.
If I'm guessing, most people thought the second one was like Wattpad. Or they could tell that they were both ChatGPT. Because the second one I specifically requested for it to write it in first person.
But it's just weird that it won't really tell a story.
No, it won't.
I think that's very interesting. It won't give you much detail.
It's just like, there are trials, and we will pull through, because we love each other, and no matter what comes at us.
Saying that over and over.
It really is saying that over and over again. I'm like, but what's... It kind of got there. Like, it said, like... It said that there were a string of murders, and then, like, it sort of revealed who it was. It was, like, this...
dialogue.
No, there's no dialogue at all. It kind of forgot that it mentioned, like, the vampire from Carlisle's past or whatever. Like, I feel like it kind of... It didn't... Yeah. So, I don't know. AI's cool, but it's, like...
Yeah.
Not all the way there, clearly.
I do think it's just interesting, though. Like I mentioned, the prose is, like, kind of beautiful. It's beautifully written.
No, it is. But it's... That's why I said it's, like, an abundance of descriptive imagery.
Yeah.
Big lack in plot.
Yeah.
Super lacking in dialogue.
Which is actually interesting. A lot of the actual fan fictions I've read are lacking in description and imagery and just really plot heavy and have no detail, really.
Yeah, it's
kind of
like...
them are, like, just dialogue, and they're like, he walked over and did this, and then I did this, and then he did that, and then I did this.
If they're sexual, they're pretty descriptive. They're like, his long, veiny, throbbing member.
Yeah. Do you know what I always think is funny when I'm reading sex scenes?
What?
Are you ever reading a sex scene and you're like, what the fuck is this position? Where are they?
I'm like, how could he be touching this part of you, but also be this inside of you at the same time?
And
yeah, it makes
like,
no sense.
He thrust into me and kissed my hip.
I know. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you actually mean? Yeah, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do get that a lot. That was, what's her name?
Not that I read this kind of stuff with a lot of frequency.
What's her name? The writer who people hate. Colleen Hoover. She writes a lot of sex scenes, and a lot of the time, I'm like, this is just not realistic. Okay, here's the thing. As someone who's had sex before, something that I didn't, maybe this is like TMI, but like, something that's so unrealistic in movies, TV shows, and books with sex scenes is they're always just like slipping it in. I'm like, no. It's not like that. Like, there's a lot of like warming up, getting it, lubricated enough to be able to actually get it in all the way. Like, most of the time it starts with just a tip for like a hot minute until it's like ready to go. But in so many movies, it's like, whoop, it's in. I'm like, shit, that hurt her. That definitely just ripped her open. Like, that wasn't comfortable if that's how quick it went, because that's just not realistic. Anyway, and I think that's a problem with a lot of writers. I'm like, I get that it's not sexy to write that stuff, but like, that's just real life. You know what I mean? Anyway, this doesn't, we don't have to go a full hour for this.
I think we're pretty much done this time.
Pretty much wrapped it up. Do you have anything else you want to talk about or say?
I'm sure there are other things.
I mean, we can give our song recommendations, but we don't usually do that until the very, very end. Oh, when are we going to be releasing our album?
Probably never. Let's just be honest.
No! I actually really want to.
Well, you have to take up the responsibility of writing it then. So you do that part, and I'll give you my vocals.
Okay. That was a bird.
It looked like it just fell.
No, it just dove.
There's a bird in here.
What's your hot take?
My hot take?
Give a hot take.
I don't like bodycon dresses no matter what your body type is.
Ding, 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 ding.
I
Okay.
just don't like them. You just look uncomfortable to me.
I'm gonna turn on my echo.
Like, are you even breathing?
Turn on your echo.
Are you even eating things? I don't like bodycon dresses.
Yeah, I get that. I think they're not the best. My hot take. Yeah, sorry, I was singing it when I came in because I was listening to it in the car.
Listening to it a lot recently.
Have you?
It's a good song.
I love that for you. I love Remy Wolf.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Did you turn on your echo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you turn on your echo or
Yeah.
did you prank me?
No. Annie.
Okay.
She snatched my microphone.
Snatched.
My hot take. Mangoes aren't that good.
You're stupid.
No, like, they're fine. But people act like they're the world's greatest fruit. Like,
I don't think they're the
better than any fruit
I love a
ever.
fucking mango, bro.
They're just like, they're a very mid fruit to me. That's my hot take.
You're allowed to think that.
So I feel about grapes too. Very mid. People hype up grapes. We talked about that in the last episode when I was talking about frozen grapes. They're just
Stop
like.
burping. I don't know what's happening to me. Sorry.
Okay, anyway, our echo's probably getting really annoying. What's your song rec? I was actually gonna recommend a Remy Wolf song. So.
My song recommendation is a song I heard for the first time today. Actually, I had listened to Buzz Me In by Remy Wolf, and I just had it on like autoplay similar songs, and this song came up. So this is how I heard this song.
Well, that's how I found Remy Wolf. I was listening to Michelle, and it was auto-playing related songs, and it played her, and I was like, I really like this.
I'm sure you heard Remy Wolf back in 2020.
Well, yeah, but like, I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah.
Until, but then I started actually listening to her music, and it's really good. My song recommendation is Boys by Flower of Love.
Okay, slay. Mine is Hot Crush Lover by Blue de Tiger. I don't know if that's for sure how you
Blue
say
de
it.
Tiger?
It's a fantastic song. It's a song I was listening to when you came in. It's a great song. I love it. It's very fun, happy summer vibes, I think. I like
You
it.
think we're giving people a headache with this echo?
Probably.
Let me see what we sound like.
Bye, guys.
Wait.
Hello.
Okay, wait. Let's talk like we were talking before. Okay. I was saying like my song recommendation is this.
My song recommendation is this.
Oh. Yeah, we do sound annoying as fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, bye guys.
So, they can suck my dick.
Bleep. It's not a touchscreen, dumb bitch.
Damn it.